Officials are urging caution tonight, even as the wildfire situation in our province shows some signs of improvement. The recent precipitation we've received may turn out to be a double-edged sword.
Cautiously optimistic, if you will, because with the rain sometimes comes lightning as well too. So those are things that we have eyes on for potential new starts in the coming days going forward. And again, we're not out of the wildfire season yet. Actually, I would almost hazard to say we're not even in the height of our wildfire season yet.
The wildfire risk in most of Manitoba has been raised to moderate after spending this week in the low to moderate range thanks to the rainfall and cooler temperatures earlier this week. But officials say it can sometimes take between 2 and 5 days for fires to show up after lightning moves through an area. That being said, there have been some encouraging developments. No new fires have started in the past 24 hours, and there are now 21 active wildfires across Manitoba, 4 fewer than yesterday. In addition, the fire straddling the Manitoba-Ontario border and threatening the Whiteshell is no longer considered out of control. But the situation on the ground for thousands of evacuees remains the same tonight. It is still not safe for many of those evacuees to return home. With more on their ordeal, CTV's Jon Hendricks joins me. Jon, do we know when people might be able to return home?
Well, Mary Lee, what we're hearing from provincial officials is that it is very difficult to establish a hard date. However, they are working to predict what the fire may do, what work still needs to be done to protect the communities and to allow the communities themselves to make the call. So while the evacuees will be back soon, others face an undetermined wait.
Smoke. Endless smoke and traffic chaos. This is what Kevin Littlejohn remembers of his final moments at home in Flin Flon before he and his family raced away from the fire threatening their community.
I was really scared.
We barely got gas to come here. It was really scary, and my kids got all sick because of the smoke.
And that was just the start of Littlejohn's challenges the past 2 weeks. He and his family have moved from hotel to hotel, 5 in total, including 1 in Niagara Falls.
Same thing there too, is like not that much room, so we came back here, hoping for a little, we get to go home soon, hopefully.
Some communities have started bringing home their evacuees.
Okay, we should get the hell out of here, right?
Although the fire south of Cranberry Portage remains out of control, the mandatory evacuation order has been lifted, and residents can begin returning home on Saturday morning.
The fire that was predominantly a concern to them is no longer a concern to the community, and so they felt comfortable making that call for their residents.
But Flin Flon is not there yet. A statement posted to the community's website says the fire line remains right against our community, with little buffer created by previous forest fires. If the weather becomes hot and dry again, our safety situation may still change rapidly. Our top priority is ensuring that a return to Flin Flon is decisively safe. And that means people like Kevin Littlejohn and his family will have to keep waiting.
I know this is probably incredibly traumatic and incredibly hard for everybody involved, but know that your government is here for you and that we're working every day towards your safety and towards your return home.
In the meantime, Littlejohn and his family's future is up in the air.
We don't know what the next week's gonna be for us. But for now, we're okay as long as we're together.
Now, it's worth pointing out that we're still early in the fire season, and officials are telling us that they don't know what other kinds of evacuations may still need to happen in the future.